They were going to invade southern France to suck the German soldiers away from Normandy. And so all of these ships were in the harbor, and we were about 2 ships away from the dock, and the ships were actually touching. They were so close. So Jake and I decided we wanted to go to town and see what was happening in town. And so we walked from ship to ship and down onto the dock and went around town. We had a great time. And we came back the next morning and there wasn't a ship in the harbor. Totally empty. So we thought that one over. Boy, what did we do now? And I thought, well, let's go talk to the harbor master. And we went in and he says, well, I've got an English ship coming in this afternoon. Maybe you can hitch a ride on that. So we waited around till a single English ship came in. We went down and asked if we could ride, and they said, sure, we're going to Dijon. I said, okay, I've got some pictures of Dijon. I don't know if they're in there or not. But we sailed up and docked, and we jumped off of the English boat, went ashore, and there dug in on the beach was my old outfit. All of A Company. And the company commander says, where have you guys been? We says, down there. We didn't say down in Italy, we just says down there. And he says, well, your squad's over here. So we went over where the squad was. We had a lot of interesting experiences in Dijon, Toulon and Dijon. And well, there was Toulon, Dijon, Lyon, and then on up north. I got transferred to the Ninth Army right after that. It was interesting in that we went to a big, our MO was to go to a big building that looked like a hotel. So we went to this big building and went up to the second story, and there was a whole bunch of German soldiers. So we told them, we kind of took them by surprise. So we told them they had to go to the city jail. We didn't know what to do with them. So we marched them down the street, and it was the city jail was about 2 or 3 blocks away. And it was an odd building. It was a 2-story building, but the gate leading in was a great big high arched gate, and it had what they call a sally port, a door built into it, and it was big enough to take these big semi trucks through that gate. And so we turned the soldiers over. It was the prison, and we turned the German soldiers over to the city police. They were Frenchmen. And then we started off and we got lost. We'd come to a roundabout and there'd be 7, 8, 9 roads leading off all directions and a statue in the middle. And we'd follow one of the roads and we'd come to another statue. We found out later we were walking between 2 of these roundabouts. And but we got thoroughly lost. And it became night, and you had to have a password and a sign and a countersign. And we'd pulled out early enough, we didn't have those. And so we were dodging American patrols all day because we didn't want them to shoot us. And finally, when it got dark, we ran into a Frenchman that was also out ducking the American soldiers. And we got him to take us to the city jail. And so he talked to the guards, and so they went in and they came out with a German officer, and oh, he spoke perfect English. He says, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yes, we're lost. We need to find out where to go." And he says, "Well, where were you staying?" "Well, where you were this morning." "Oh, jawohl." He talked to the Frenchman, told him how to take us back there. Then he turned to us and he says, "That's the armory. That's where we keep all of our big guns and stuff." And I says, "Oh, well, thanks." So the Frenchman took us back. We went upstairs, slept on the Germans' bunks, and took a look the next morning. And sure enough, there was a huge yard. I mean, it must have been 2 of these square blocks full of guns and ammunition and stuff. We were there about 2 or 3 days, and then we moved on.